Good morning and welcome in. Dan Hardenbrook, glad to have you along. It is finally Friday. Let's get you ready for the weekend with a look at your latest local news from around the region. It is your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your local news on this Friday brought to you by the Luce County Veteran Services Office. Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard is ready to serve you. For all your veteran service needs, call 293-4890. In your latest local news this morning, a tragic end to the search for a missing 14-year-old boy who was taken out into deep waters while swimming in Lake Superior earlier this week. The Michigan State Police says that its dive team recovered the missing victim late Thursday afternoon. Search was initially launched on Wednesday after two juveniles, one 14 and the other 15 years of age, were swimming in Lake Superior near the Lake Superior State Forest campground. That's when an undertow took the two boys into deeper water. The 15-year-old juvenile was able to make it into shallow water, but the 14-year-old was taken farther from shore. A search was conducted by the Coast Guard, who used boats and helicopters. The Luce County Sheriff's Department, Michigan Department of Natural Resources conservation officers, local search and rescue crews continued to search for the 14-year-old juvenile until they suspended operations at dark on Wednesday night. Lake conditions at the time were said to be 4 to 5 feet with winds out of the north. The search continued on Thursday with aid from the Michigan State Police dive and drone team, Michigan DNR Law Division. The U.S. Coast Guard returned with boats and helicopters before finding the missing teenager. No other information has been released as of this time. The investigation will continue. Luce County Sheriff's Department releasing more information on a 92-year-old Newberry woman who briefly went missing earlier this week. They say that a 92-year-old female subject who suffers from dementia wandered away from her residence in the South Cooper Street area Wednesday afternoon. At the time, she was wearing only pajamas and no shoes, and the direction of travel was unknown. Neighbors say the victim has wandered away in the past, was previously found in a neighbor's garage. Area garages, outbuildings, vehicles, and campers were checked by area homeowners. Luce County Auxiliary members, Michigan State Police troopers, Luce County Sheriff's deputies, and local residents continued to search with no sign of the missing woman. After searching for several hours on Wednesday, the woman was found in an extremely dense wooded area approximately 2 blocks to the west of her residence. The female subject was found fine in the wooded area and was taken by ambulance to Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center, where she was checked for injuries. The Newberry Village Council is set to reduce the number of seats representing the area. The council will shrink to 5 positions next year per Ordinance 53A. That was adopted by the Newberry Village Council in September of 2022. At that time, it set in motion a process for the council to move down to 5 seats after the November election. Currently, the village council is still represented by 7 members. The topic was again discussed earlier this month at the regular village council meeting. Currently, 3 trustees that will serve until November of 2026. Those include Jeff Puckett, Daryl Schumer, and Dennis Hendrickson. The only trustee seat that will be on the upcoming ballot is currently filled by trustee Kip Cameron, who is planning to seek re-election. The village president seat is also up for re-election in the cycle. Seats currently held by Jack Olson and Lori Stokes are set to be eliminated following that November election. A large group of motorcycle riders will be making their way through Newberry as part of a special program to raise funds and awareness for those suffering from PTSD. The Hell to Paradise PTSD Awareness Ride will make its way through Newberry this weekend. Hundreds of riders making the trek from Hell, Michigan to Paradise, Michigan, in an event presented by the American Legion Riders. The event draws attention and raises money for post-traumatic stress disorder, a condition that many veterans currently deal with. It's the first year for the brand new event. Participants pay $35 for riders and $20 for passengers. It includes all kinds of motor vehicles, including not just motorcycles. Organizers say that they're thrilled to get more people involved, and the registrations more than tripled what was expected. There are two routes for the event. The main route will send riders just shy of 350 miles from hell to paradise. Second route sends riders across the Upper Peninsula, starting in Ironwood, with a stop in Gladstone tonight for arriving in Newberry, where the two groups will merge together, make their way to paradise. The event is organized through the work of volunteers. T-shirts, patches, and other memorabilia is part of the event. Newberry American Legion Post 74 is organizing the main stop in Newberry for riders. Chapter 74 groups will welcome participants for a luncheon at the Legion from 11 until 1:30 on Saturday before the group makes their way to paradise. Later in the evening, the Newberry Post is hoping an open bike night for those who'd like to return. Local band No BS will perform live music. That event begins at 7 p.m. It will be free and open to the public. For more information on the Hell to Paradise PTSD Awareness Ride with the American Legion Riders, you can check out the most recent edition of the Newberry News. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. That is your latest local news this morning. It's your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your local news today brought to you by the Luce County Veteran Services Office. Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard proudly advocates for our area veterans. For claims, information, benefit assistance, and more, stop by and see Rick. He's located inside the Luce County Government Building or by calling 293-4890. Time now to check in with sports this morning. The Tigers take the series finale from the Cleveland Guardians yesterday afternoon. Final score 3-0. Detroit with one more win against the first-place Guardians. They've now won 12 out of their last 16 games. They're 51-53 on the season. Detroit used a group of relievers to combine for the shutout victory. Got a 3-run shot, the only offense of the game, and a second-inning home run from Javi Baez. Tigers continue to make their way towards the trade deadline. They're currently pushing their way back into the playoff race, 5.5 games back in the American League wildcard standings. Opening ceremonies for the Olympics today. Even though some sports, including soccer and rugby, are already underway, the Olympics officially get underway on this Friday. Over the next 2 weeks, international stars from around the globe compete in the world's largest sporting event. Your latest local weather forecast for the weekend. Friday, sunny, a high in the low 80s. South winds 5 to 10. More sunshine for your Saturday, a high in the low 80s. South winds 5 to 15. For your Sunday, sunny, a high, low to mid 80s. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. Hope you have a great weekend. This is your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. The Luce County Veteran Services Office proudly advocates for our area veterans. Local Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard is ready to serve you. For all your veteran service needs, including claims, medical information, benefit coverage, and more, contact Rick Menard in the Luce County Veteran Services Office at 293-4890. The Luce County Veteran Services Office, proud supporters of our